we live in a world which destroys intimacy with all the more connections that we make, like with this web thing, so more people are going to see, and you have more friends on Facebook, and we have this promiscuity of contact. And one of the reasons we have the promiscuity of contact is it's a complete lie, because one of the reasons we have it is to destroy intimacy, because intimacy is very frightening. And we think intimacy is very important to be a human being. And in a theatre, you're in an intimate space. It's being done for you. It's being done by a group, for a specific group of people. It's elitist. There's some people in the theatre, some people outside the theatre. And I think it's something that needs to be discussed very, very seriously and very, very fast, because we're breeding a generation that doesn't fully understand, that has a strange relationship with intimacy. Our work is very much about actors, and our work has always put actors very much at the centre of theatre. And basically it's a workshop about acting, and it's a workshop about how actors can become blocked, and trying to find ways of helping them not to be blocked. And the text we are using is Hamlet, but it's not an academic or an inquiry into the meaning of Hamlet, but it's about the problems that actors have to face in all of their work, really. It's very easy to get blocked, and normally it's to do with the fact that we are not, we need to rediscover our curiosity and remake our connections with the outside world. For example, I told the actors today, I shocked them, I said, you must never be creative. Creativity is very bad for you. Creativity, like creativity, is very, very bad for you, because it apes the will of God anyway, and B, the most important thing is it's like you are the centre of the universe. Much more important than being creative is to be curious, because if you're curious, you're discovering what already is, what is there outside you. So I work like that, so that everything, we discover everything outside. Of course, what we see outside is what is inside. So the Venice I walk in is a different Venice from the Venice you walk in, you know, and so forth. So we are different people, but we discover it because we see different things. The space, lo spazio, is a very big issue for us. What is the space? The space is the physical space. It's the world of the play. It's all sorts of things. It's the whole overall context.
I think it's quite easy for the scenograph to make a dead space. In a way, he creates a space which constricts, which stops the actor from moving. And the space, I think, needs to allow the actor to move in order to freely, in order to express himself. And quite often you do see spaces which have been killed by the designer over-dictating, really making all the decisions. And really, the actor needs to be left some freedom to change, to develop. Yes, it's true. I think in many ways the designer is capable of killing a space.
For me, it's very important that the actors form a company, and that the whole play is performed by the company of actors. So that's definitely true. But I don't like theatre where the director takes off the star and has secrets with the star in the dressing room and then comes back. I don't like that sort of theatre. For me, everybody is directed in public and everybody has their notes in public, and the thing takes place as a group. I'd like to see some great actors who've been formed into an ensemble. And I think that's one of the reasons why we love working in Russia so much, because Russia has a very strong tradition of permanent ensembles of great actors working together.
Le persone più importanti a Parigi non sono gli uomini, ma le loro mogli.
What was extraordinary was that we were able to work together as directors, and in film that seemed to work remarkably well. I had certain areas of responsibility, and Declan worked with the actors. And it was remarkable how well that worked. And I think, in fact, what we did feel is that the job of a film director is not doable by one person, So to be able to divide the job into two parts was extraordinary, and it was a very exciting process.
Yes, people say, how can two people do it? And we think, how can one person do it? I mean, it seems so strange, because from the beginning of the day, you know, we've had 40 years practically being together, so we don't argue very much about, we don't argue at all about work, but you know, the car doors would open, I'd go through one door, Nick would go through another, there'd be one umbrella over my head, one umbrella over Nick's head, and we'd meet again at lunchtime, and we'd be just devoured with questions, you know, all the time. Nick looked after the camera and the shot, and I was able to spend, I had the great luxury of being able to spend that time with the actors, and the actors had done, you know, they wanted to act very seriously, and Robert Pattinson insisted on rehearsing for a whole month before we began, which is quite an unusual thing for a film star to do. So I had a great time doing that. And I did a lot of work with the extras. I really liked that, making the extras alive. You know, I particularly enjoyed that. So, yeah, we had a great time. And we're dying to do it again.